What's going on, guys? Erik Turner from Cover One. Today I want to take a look at tackle Dion Dawkins from the Buffalo Bills, a guy that's having a really good year, especially when we're talking pass blocking. So far this season, he's only allowed 1 sack, 1 QB hit, and 12 pressures. He's top 10 in PFF's pass blocking efficiency, and even if you look at true pass sets, so plays that take away play action, screens, short dropbacks, and any throws that are under 2 seconds, that quick game type of passing offense. He's actually really, really good in that department too. He's ranked 7th overall in pass blocking efficiency in that metric. So he's having a really good year as a pass blocker, so as a run blocker. But I want to show you some of the clips, some of the good clips of the game, because it really highlights why he's so good in these true pass sets. And that has to do with his grip strength, his hand strength, his footwork, and just his overall ability to anchor from awkward positions versus all types of rushers. Keep an eye on those traits from Dion Dawkins against the Jets because, as I said, he was up against a formidable opponent and a wave of opponents, guys that could rush in various ways. Carl Lawson, Michael Clemens, Jermaine Johnson. He saw a little bit of everyone from the Jets defensive line. And so keep an eye on some of the traits, what make him special. It's not always pretty, but more times than not, he's a great match for Josh Allen and what Josh Allen does by holding onto the ball, moving around the pocket, escaping the pocket, because of his ability to flash that good footwork, lock onto someone, and ride them wide of Josh Allen. So without further ado, let's jump into the film. All right, first play matchup versus Carl Lawson. And Dawkins just plays with violence, physicality. Sometimes it's not pretty. Sometimes it's not even always legal. Look at this WWE clothesline right there on Lawson early in the game, really setting the tone. Obviously, it's not called, and this is the play where Josh throws an interception, but that's the type of violence that Dawkins plays with, and he needed it against the Jets defense on Sunday. Another matchup with Lawson on the left side here. You can see Lawson slant inside, and Dawkins just rides him wide of the play. And so what Lawson is trying to do is slant inside so that they can get a short edge for this rusher right here off the play action pass. So at this point, you can see Dion Dawkins has overset. And this is where his footwork comes into play here. You see as he realizes that Lawson is cutting back inside right there, you're getting that power step back inside. Now, normally when you're judging and evaluating talent and their ability to do this, you want to see how well down the line he can make that power step. Now, again, it's not always pretty with him, but watch how he latches on and then uses his feet to ride him wide of where Josh is setting up in the pocket. Look at that. I mean, that's perfect. That's a loss early in the play here, but then he recovers with good footwork, redirects his center of gravity, latches on, and then uses his power to ride Lawson wide of the spot that Josh Allen set up in the pocket. Watch this rep against Michael Clemens, a big defensive end from the Jets, a power-type rusher. Watch Dawkins lock this guy down. You can see with each step that Dawkins is taking backwards here and walking back, he's absorbing that power and force that Clemens is pushing him with. And he's also refitting his hands. You can see him consistently trying to refit his hands inside. And once he does, he's able to anchor down and lock him out right there so Josh can get rid of the ball. Just a really nice rep from Dion Dawkins. Good footwork, good anchor recovery here, and refitting of his hands to lock down the pass rusher, Michael Clemens. All right, on this play, they only get 2 yards, but you're going to watch Dion Dawkins pull from his tackle position. This is called dart. Anytime you see the tackle pull, which the Bills have run a bunch of times this year, Dawkins has actually done a really good job of this, and that's to be expected. I mean, a lot of people thought he would be a better guard, to be honest. But look at the power he brings on this. So you get the pin at the point of attack right here by Bates, and then Dawkins is leading through, and he has first guy in the hole, and that's Quincy Williams. And just look at the power he brings to this linebacker. I mean, just totally clears out that linebacker. Now, unfortunately, the Bills' offensive line left the inside linebacker free, but the Bills are running this dart play from shotgun more times than not, but you can see why they can run it because they have tackles that are athletic and guys like Dawkins that can just clear out rushing lanes. All right, this play is just ridiculous, okay? It's against Lawson again. Watch this anchor recovery from Dion Dawkins. It's a quick set. He latches on right around that second kick slide. But then watch the hand placement with that outside hand. This is something that Ryan Bates talked to us about in the film room. When he has power rushers, he likes to put his hand in the collar, in the V of that guy. You see, initially it's a little outside, then watch him readjust right there. But then look at this balance. Look at him. Lawson's under him right now. Lawson normally shucks that guy by and takes an inside line to the quarterback for the sack. This is his patented move. And he's got Dawkins up in the air. But watch the recovery here from Dawkins. And look at the strength, especially in the legs and hips. Watch him recover right here. Look at him drop his center of gravity right there and then drops down right there. Now Lawson has nothing. And he's locked up. Just incredible strength from Dion Dawkins on this rep. His ability to recover, maintain his balance right there is just, it's crazy. He sits down, locks Lawson out, and then Josh is able to do what he wants to do with the ball, get it to the goal line, they score in the next play. So here is a pin and pull run by James Cook for 6 yards, but watch the pin or down block by Dion Dawkins at the point of attack on Quinnen Williams. It's an important block. It really sets up this entire run, along with the block from the tight end out wide. But look at the quickness, and again, that power to just totally wall him off so that the ball can get outside and get those pullers on the perimeter, and it's really good contact balance from James Cook there, as C.J. Mosley was just trying to tee him up, but he just bounces off of it and gains 6 yards. I know most of you remember the penalty by him late in the game that was called for holding, which I think was BS, and we'll look at it later. But here's a play that's very similar. You see him kick out wide. That rusher slants inside. So here's the power step, squares up, gets ready to anchor because he sees that power coming, is able to absorb it, and as that guy's trying to push inside on that inside gap, you see him just drop him like a bad habit. Really nice finish from Dion Dawkins. He had several of these in this game. I know one was called, but I think it was a terrible call. But that's the type, again, that's the type of violence and physicality you want your offensive line to play with. All right, watch this rush and redirect by Dion Dawkins versus Lawson. Again, wide alignment from Lawson, speed to power move, and just look at how Lawson knocks Dawkins back right there. Dawkins is right there going to anchor. He gets pushed back right there, but then watch the athleticism. Again, the footwork and ability to recover. Watch him refit, box him out, and just ride him wide of Josh Allen. That's incredible redirection here from Dion Dawkins and anchor recovery. Keeps his head in the fight, keeps his hands in the fight, and he's able to absorb that initial pass rush from Lawson and then just ride him wide of Josh Allen's spot in the pocket. All right, here's a run rep, a nice combination block between Dawkins, Saffold, working to Mosley. Look at the displacement that they create as Dawkins is the driver. So you see Saffold get the hands on Shepard, but his eyes are on Mosley because he's the one that peels off. So Dawkins is doing the driving here. He's the one that is getting the sled going, creating that displacement so that they can reestablish a line of scrimmage. Good power here on this run block between Dawkins and Saffold. 3rd and 1 situation here. QB sneak from Josh Allen. He gets 5 yards on this play. But watch Dion Dawkins. Watch him wash Michael Clemens down the line of scrimmage. And then more importantly, finish the play here. He finishes the young defensive end of the Jets, puts him right into the turf on the logo. So the Bills are running a pin and pull run to the right side here. Center and right guard are pulling Morrison Bates. But look at the backside cutoff by Dion Dawkins. Completely murders that dude. Puts him right into the turf. Very good athleticism and pop on contact from Dion Dawkins. All right, so here's a penalty on Dion Dawkins versus Lawson. Lawson goes speed to power again. Dion anchors, but you see Lawson prying open that inside gap away from the chip from Motor. And then just watch Dawkins just completely wash him out down the line. And keep an eye on the feet of Lawson here. Right there. See, Dawkins has already got him up in the air. And he just puts him into the turf. That's great finish. I don't like the penalty on this play, obviously. I love the finish here. And I would not be mad at Dawkins for this play. This was one hell of a block and finish from Dawkins. But unfortunately, the refs decided to throw the flag. As I said at the top, it's not always going to be pretty. It's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be technical and by the book. But the most important thing is to lock down the pass rusher. And Dawkins uses several traits to do that. Strong hands, strong base, really nimble feet for a big guy. And he's able to anchor down and recover versus those pass rushers like Lawson that can go from speed to power and get up under your pads. He just shows incredible athleticism on pass plays and also on run plays. The Bills' left tackle is having a great start to this season, and they're going to have to lean on him and the offensive line more as the season progresses. Thanks for tuning in to this breakdown. If you guys appreciated that breakdown, make sure to subscribe to the Cover One YouTube channel. But more importantly, get to the cover1.football website to become an insider. If you sign up for our One Pass subscription on the cover1.football website, you're going to get a lot of content, behind the scenes type content, scheme and player breakdowns, scouting reports. You're going to have access to the Slack channel, our Cover One community, where we talk football all day, every day. And you're going to get access to our contributors. You're able to engage with them on a daily basis all day. And there's a lot of things that we're going to be putting out to our insiders throughout the season. So if you appreciated this content, this breakdown, you're going to get even more as an insider. So make your play for $57 for the year for all of the content that we provide to our insiders. And thank you again for joining me in the film room.